Yeah, this thing.
We have martini makers.
Ooh, look at you, Ash.
Oh, we got the whole family. Hi, little ones. Oh. What are their names?
His is Birdie.
Bergie
This is Piper.
and Piper. Oh, I love her little fountain on top of her head.
He's ready to go back watching TV.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Awesome. Very cool. So, so Blair told me that you guys do toddies every year, or that's kind of like a tradition. So what kind of toddies have y'all made in the past? What's your experience with making different types of toddies?
Well, we don't normally, well, I think last year, is Casey on? Last year, Casey had a really good recipe. You know, it was, but often we refer to toddies and we just mean we're going to have adult beverages.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
We do a lot of margaritas.
Having a Negroni as we speak.
Ooh, there we go. A Negroni. Awesome. What kind of gin are you using?
Booker's.
Oh, so okay, awesome. So Booker's, that's bourbon.
It's a new one. It's Doodles.
Before he's
Somebody's
pre-party.
pre-partying.
There you go. That's how we do it. All right, we got a few more people coming in.
Got to pregame the pregame.
Oh, you know it.
Pre-game.
More than just warm.
Yeah, Mark put the mugs in the oven. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Well, he's just experimenting. It's fun.
Awesome.
I'll be right back.
Is anyone else having a toddy of choice right now?
Not yet.
Drew's welcome to join us.
Drew's not home right now.
Okay. Andrew?
Andrew's here.
Yeah, join us. Hey, Casey.
Okay, Valentina and Paul asked where we want to be.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello. Beautiful. All right. Awesome. So we are going to be making some hot toddies today. Are you guys ready? Does everyone have ingredients nearby?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have our traditional toddy. Now toddies are really fun. They were used to, just make you all around feel better. You just add some warm water instead of some ice, and it's perfect during the winter time, right? So we're just making a couple warm beverages, which is really fun. So first thing you're gonna need to do is juice up some lemon. So doing that, what kind of things are you having, do you have at home to juice your citrus? You got packets, that'll work, that'll work.
Yeah.
Nice, you have one of the hand pressed juicers like I do. We got packets. There we go, love it. Awesome. So what kind of measuring tools do you guys have?
Yeah. Shot glass.
You could have shot glass. Blair, that shot glass is adorable. Okay, you guys have a jigger. That's good. For anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, a jigger is this looking thing. So this is a measuring tool that bartenders generally use for making all sorts of drinks. This is actually, a lot of these are, because they're hot as opposed to shaken and cold, we're gonna be building these directly into the glass. So they're super simple to replicate whenever you really want to. So, Blair, did you wanna do the second one shaken, or did you wanna do that one warm too? What do you guys think? Do you guys want it shaken?
Yeah, let's do it shaken on ice.
I think shaken on ice.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you guys want any that are hot?
Well, the toddy.
Toddy for sure.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna start with the toddy first. The reason why I wanna start with this one is because these are gonna be the fundamentals for learning how to build a general sour cocktail. This one's just gonna be a little bit lighter and a little bit more refreshing because we're dialing back some of the honey and the sweetener. So we're just gonna be doing, grabbing some honey and some lemon juice. Ooh, this is about to get super warm. So I went ahead and juiced some lemon juice. You guys are working with packets. So what you're just gonna do is you're going to take the little packet and you're gonna dump it into your shot glass. And then you are going to match whatever amount of lemon juice that is with honey. So you're gonna go ahead and pour out any honey. Pour out the honey and you're just gonna match it. That's the basis of a sour recipe. Ooh, this one got crystallized during the winter.
You wouldn't use a simple syrup
So you
rather
can
than honey?
you can use a simple syrup if you want to, sure.
Okay.
The reason I use honey is like generally for medicinal benefits.
Right.
You would use honey, but if you have simple syrup, you can feel free to use that too. And you can just feel free to mash that right in the glass. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a nice stir so that the honey mixes nice in it. Beautiful. All right, so now that's that beautiful honey mixture. If you guys do get a chance to try, if you have more packets of lemon juice, I recommend trying it by itself and seeing, now that you mixed in some honey or simple syrup, go ahead and try this and see how delectable this tastes. See the flavor of the honey, how it mixes with the lemon, and how really balanced that is already. It's really cool. So you can taste a little bit of the lemon juice, and then you can taste a little bit of that sweet and sour mix. Really, really fun. Cool? All right.
Good.
Beautiful. Then we're just gonna do 2 parts, or actually 4 parts of bourbon. So we have that, we're saying 1 packet of lemon that you have there is going to be 1 part. And then you have your honey, which is another part. And now you're gonna do 4 parts bourbon. All right? So whatever you use to measure, you're just going to multiply that packet amount, whatever amount that looked like that came out of the packet. You're just gonna multiply that by 4, and that's how much whiskey you're gonna put in. So we're gonna go ahead, do a little nice close-up shot for you guys. All right.
How many packets of honey would you suggest? Just 1 or 2?
Just 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have 1 packet of lemon, feel free to do like 1 packet of honey too.
Okay.
Awesome. Do you guys have some hot water on the stove going? Looking good, looking good, guys. Love it. Awesome. And now if you get a chance to, once you finish putting that bourbon in, go ahead and pour yourself a nice little shot. So we're gonna do not a little, like not a super big, you just wanna pour just a little bit. I want you guys to taste the whiskey by itself. If you are doing alcohol, if you're not, then no worries. But go ahead, pour a little bit, smell it, and actually go in and taste it by itself. There's a reason to it. I just want to see like what your face is. And you can see like the face of other people as they try the whiskey too.
Very
Boozy. Love it. What other flavors are you guys pulling from that though? Do you taste anything else? Does it taste sweet? Does it taste grainy? Does it taste like caramel? What do you taste?
It tastes bourbony.
Yep.
It's bourbony. I love it. Yep. Awesome. Super fun. So now we have this mixed up together. I want you guys to try this now before we add the hot water so you can see what it tastes like before we dilute it. And so you can see the difference between diluting something and not diluting something, so that as we are growing this process, you can see how balance comes in more and more. So let's go ahead. Cheers to you. All right, you're really starting to see the flavor come around, right? Now we're just gonna top it off with our hot water. And I'm just gonna fill it up to about a half an inch to an inch from the top. Because as you're carrying this drink around, I don't really like to spill my drink if I can. So I like to give a nice little distance. Now, if you do have a lemon nearby, you can feel free to cut into it. You cut something that looks like this. It's called a wheel. And it's when you cut the lemon between the 2 ends, and you have yourself a wheel right here. If you have, oh, Paula, that looks beautiful. It's you.
I know. I happen to have a lemon. It was.
I love it. So I'm gonna actually match you. That's absolutely gorgeous. And then you can actually poke a little cinnamon stick right through if you'd like. You could do something really fun like that, or you can actually even drop your cinnamon stick right in. And that's going to impart even more of those cinnamon flavors as it continues to go along, right?
Nice.
So go ahead and smell it. Wow, smells really good, right?
That is so good.
Smells good.
So this is the basis of a toddy, which is really fun. Generally for when you are making, a reason why I like to dial back some of that sweet and sour. So you could like put more lemon and sugar or lemon and honey in it if you're making like an iced cocktail, to have it be more pungent in flavor, but I like the more refreshing. You get more of that whiskey flavor if you made it with alcohol. But this is just how I like to roll. Does anyone have any good stories about toddies growing up, or any sort of like hot toddy even through college? For me, I used to drink hot toddies in the morning, Saturday mornings after a night out in college. Is it beautiful?
This is my
Beautiful way to
first
start the day.
First hot
Pretty
toddy.
My first hot toddy too.
This is your first hot toddy.
Yes.
Beautiful. Now I will say that you can actually use this recipe for medicinal benefits. So let's say you actually have a cold, or your partner has a cold or something, you can actually use this, and the honey and the vitamin C and the antimicrobial benefits from the honey, the hot water, and that like astringent from the alcohol, it actually will help ease someone into sleep if they're feeling uncomfortable while they're sick. So, hey, cheers to good health, right?
Cheers. We make it all the time when somebody's sick, and we just make it with tea, tea, bourbon, honey, lemon, and if you have a sore throat or you have a bad cough or something, it's the best.
It is the best. And
You
what is
actually
your, what is
have
your
that on
favorite
your
tea?
ingredients, right? You could put like a tea bag in.
Oh, absolutely. So a couple that I would personally recommend, you can do like an orange spice tea. You could do a chamomile tea. Actually, one of my personal favorites is a honey vanilla chamomile. I actually have a bag here, if you want to see the box. And these ones are delicious. Yeah, right here. So actually, these flavors are my favorite to infuse into spirits. So what you could do is, if you are making this cocktail but you're shaking it up over ice, you can actually infuse your bourbon with something like an orange spice tea, or this one, which is a honey vanilla chamomile. And these, like the Celestial Seasonings, I really love this brand for infusing into spirits. So you can make the tea separately, or you can actually infuse that tea bag into the alcohol itself. And then you have this like really yummy tasting infused alcohol. And you don't have to, it stays really good on the shelf and all these things too. Pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yay! All right, so I'm gonna do one more cheers to you guys before we get started on the next one.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Super fun. Go ahead and set that aside. Now for this next one, it's called Apple of My Eye. This is a really beautiful story about, my heritage. So I created this cocktail for Rosh Hashanah, which in Jewish culture is a really important holiday. And it incorporates using apple and honey and my favorite spirit, which is tequila. So it is a cocktail really true to my heart. So I'm really excited to share it with you all today. So in order to get started, you have to grab some apple cider. Voila. So, got some local apple cider right here. All right. You got your lemon juice packets. You have your honey here. Actually going to turn this into a honey syrup, and I'm going to actually show you guys while you see it. So you see where I have it right here with honey? I'm going to match that and put the same amount of hot water in. Do you see how I put the same amount of hot water in there?
What is honey and water?
So you see how I put honey in here?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the honey and that's the hot water.
Oh, okay.
You just match it like you would making a simple syrup. You just go ahead and shake it up. And this is actually how I make all of my honey syrups. And this is a syrup that I use regularly in my home bar. And also when I was bartending, I used honey syrup a lot. So Went ahead, and now you can see I have this honey syrup that I can use in cocktails, or you can make it in iced tea, coffee. Having a honey syrup around is really great because then you don't have to worry about honey sticking to the bottom when you're making iced beverages. All right, so went ahead and shook that up. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and grab our shaker tin, mason jars, water bottles, martini shakers, whatever you have. Go ahead and shake it up. Go ahead and hold it up and shake it. There we go. There it is, there it is. Awesome, looking good, guys. All right, so we are going to start by building straight in here and go ahead and have a glass set aside. I actually still have a little whiskey in here.
Yeah.
So, first things first, go ahead and rip open that lemon juice. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did before. So we're building on itself now, right? We're gonna do a ½ ounce, which in your what you're working with, that's 1 packet of lemon juice. I'm gonna go ahead and add it directly into our chalice. I say that because we're all working with something different. And then I'm gonna do a ½ ounce of this honey syrup. If you go a little over with the honey syrup, that's okay, but honey itself, you're gonna go ahead and match it. So if you have that packet of honey, that's what you're gonna be working with. I actually have a little honey left over from that last drink, so I'm gonna get all of that out and put that right in here. Gorgeous, yeah. And now we're going to do 1 full part. So we did 1 part lemon, 1 part honey. We're gonna match that with apple cider, all right? So go ahead, grab your apple cider, and we are gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do 1 full ounce for me. All right.
Like this much.
Look,
Go ahead.
this is mixing bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're gonna double the apple cider and do two whole parts of tequila. And if you're not using alcohol, you can feel free to leave it out, or you can actually add a little bit more apple cider if you'd like. So now I'm just gonna flip my jigger around. I'm gonna go ahead and pour 2 ounces.
We're doing 2 because we're doing it. We're doubling ours.
Exactly. Yep. Okay. We are just doubling the amount of apple cider we put in with tequila. So we have that ½ part of lemon, ½ part of honey, 1 whole part. Yep. 1 whole part of apple juice, and then 2 whole parts of our tequila. So technically we have 8 parts right now going on. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So now we're just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of some ground cinnamon.
Lemon. Okay.
Cinnamon, yeah. And you can feel free to dash it right in here. Just a light dash. You're really just sprinkling the top very lightly because we are going to be, for garnish, cutting up a lemon, or cutting up an apple, which I have right here. So before you add ice, I want you to go ahead and taste what that cocktail tastes like. You can feel free to like backtrack a little bit too and try the apple cider by itself. Try that lemon juice again with that honey, and even the tequila by itself. Yeah, do it.
Good.
You should.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I only do 1 bite.
I like that.
That's good.
Awesome. So let's go ahead, give us a little try.
Yeah.
It's really, really fabulous. I'm enjoying it. Wow. All right.
Big.
All right, you guys ready? Go ahead and grab a scoop of ice, and you're gonna want to fill it up. Fill up your shaker tin about 3/4 of the way. The reason why we do that is so that we can control the amount of dilution that's in the cocktail, which is really good. And as we are adding ice to our shaker tin, I'm actually going to go ahead and add ice to my glass. Since I have my hand on some ice, might as well just get all of the ice out of the way. Right? All right. All right, looking good. Now we are going to seal up our shaker tin. Flip it over. Well, don't flip it over. And we're gonna go ahead and shake it. We're gonna shake it for about 15 seconds. Ready? All right. Hold your shaker tins up high. Let's see them. Let's see them. Let's see it. Valentina, let's see that shake. There we go. Looking great, guys. Looking good. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead.
Oh, I can't open it.
Ooh. Looking good. Okay. Now, if you have one of those little martini shakers, you can feel free to pop the perfect, exactly. And then we're just going to strain it directly into our glass.
My lid is stuck.
You can see I have this like really beautiful wash line here.
Okay.
And to top it off with a garnish, I'm just going to take an apple and pull out a little core like that. Just a little kind of wedge right here. Sprinkle a little cinnamon on it.
Just take a bite out of it.
Yeah. Sprinkle a little cinnamon on it, and then I'm just gonna put it right on top. You can feel free to throw a cinnamon stick right in there too.
What do you do with? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Sure, what was that?
What do you do with the apple? I missed it.
You can feel free to just put it on right as a garnish.
Oh, like the lemon.
Okay. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Go ahead and raise up your glasses. I want to do a nice cheers when I do take a screenshot of this after the recording is done. So 3, 2, and 1.
Cheers.
Good job. Yeah. Awesome.
Wow.
What do you think?
Really good.
Cinnamon stick.
Yep, you can feel free to throw a cinnamon stick right in there too. And while you're at it, you can feel free to like swish it around so that cinnamon will infuse in that cocktail even a little bit more if you'd like. I love a super spiced cocktail, but you can actually feel free to just leave it in there as a garnish. You can rest it over top.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's good.
Very good.
Tasty.
It's almost like an apple margarita.
Exactly.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Awesome. Cheers. Fabulous.
Cheers. Blair, thanks for getting us all the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Blair, let's give Blair a round of applause and a cheers. Yeah. Yep, let's do it.
Take a swig.
Which one does everyone like more?
The second one.
I like this one. Second one.
This one's growing on me.
Old type of drink person. I like to drink still. So. Good.
Totally different from the way I make them.
Yeah.
I do like the first one though. I put like a pumpkin chai tea in a bag in mine, and it was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, love that. So you take advantage of the variations.
Yeah.
I hot toddy.
That's so good. Mm.
Yes. Fabulous. Yeah, it's nice to know. And so now that you guys know, you can actually do these same recipes, but flip them. So you can do the hot toddy iced. You can do this one hot if you really want to. You can also play around with adding a little bit more honey and lemon too, just to see how that works and adds even more intensity and flavor, which is a really fun thing. Does anyone have any questions for me or maybe some other cocktails that you're playing around with in quarantine? What is your favorite thing that you've made in quarantine as far as drinks go? Wine? No, I'm just kidding.
Lots of grapefruit vodka.
Martinis.
Martinis, yeah.
But this is really good.
Yes, this is delicious.
Yep.
I'm so excited to learn a new drink. And, you know, for me, this is fun. I used to work years ago in a liquor store part-time. I did it for many years, but I never really knew how to mix drinks. or make them, except for, you know, margaritas, little simple things like that. But this is so cool.
Margarita machine.
Hey.
So Rachel, you're a bartender?
Am I a bartender?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely like my bar. So for me, I've been doing everything virtually since March. But I was in the hospitality industry for over 10 years. I actually served, I've been in events and food and beverage and the bar industry for 10 years. And I've served celebrities from Kirsten Dunst to Conan O'Brien. And I have a sommelier certification. So I do take it very seriously.
Oh, you're very good.
Thank you.
I wanted to go to your bar. I didn't know where it was.
Hey, you're at it. It is this Zoom link, exactly. Anytime you want to drink, just come on Zoom.
I used to bartend, so God bless you.
Oh, thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
Where did you bartend?
At a country club in North Carolina. So
Oh,
not
nice.
too much mix in there, just scotch on the rocks and some Tom Collins, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I worked at a golf course in college, down in Florida State. I worked at the Seminoles golf course. Yeah, it was really fun. I would go around and I was the golf cart girl. They were like, please stop doing donuts in the middle of the greens.
You had similar experiences. Good.
Yeah, but it was really fun. I got to meet Bobby Bowden, which was a real pleasure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you in Florida right now?
I currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, so you're going to get some snow tomorrow and we'll have a hot toddy.
You know it.
And we got enough house things to make extra.
You do. That's so fun. Yeah, and apple juice is really fun to play around with. So these cocktails you can actually use for any spirits too. There we go, Jim Beam. Love it. Awesome. Yeah. So Cheryl, what kind of martinis did you make this year?
Vodka martinis.
Beautiful.
Yeah, a little vermouth and olives for me and lemons for Mark.
Nice. Have you played around with a Gibson at all?
Gibson vodka?
Gibson
Yeah.
is vodka. Yeah. So a Gibson martini is one of my favorites. Ooh, I'm sorry. Were you speaking, Paula?
Is it Gibson a martini with an onion?
It is. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. We got a prize for Paula.
Queen's Gambit for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you've seen the Netflix series Queen's Gambit, they actually do have them in that particular series. But what goes into a Gibson martini is a little bit of vermouth, or how I make it is a little bit of vermouth, a little bit of the pearl onion brine, and then you just put a pearl onion in the bottom of it. It does have this really clean, it's not super like pickly or briny like an olive juice is, but it's also not, it's not super strong on the vermouth, so it's really palatable, really refreshing, but also kind of savory. It's good.
Cool. I'll try it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend playing around with it.
Thank you.
I really like the toddy with the tea bed, Valentina. You were right.
Which tea did you use, Blair?
Throat coat.
Oh, fun. So that one has a little bit of licorice in it. And it has, what else is in there?
That's all I had.
Yeah, I just know that throat coat has like licorice root in it, which actually has like this I wouldn't say numbing effect, but it definitely does do some really great things. That toddy that you have there, Blair, will definitely kick any cold to the turb, for sure.
What about Corona?
I'm sure it won't hurt. You'll at least be enjoying yourself.
Yeah. What's your favorite drink, Rachel?
My favorite drink. Well, honestly, my favorite drink is the second one that we made. I made it with like such intention. But I'm playing around with a bunch of cocktails right now, mainly around elixirs. So elixirs in my world are cocktails that also can be used without alcohol and also have health benefits. So I'm making one this week, or I'm posting one this week, publishing one that's it's beet juice, lime, apple, and ginger with gin, and it's actually really, really good for your blood, immune system, digestive system, and then with and then you can add gin. So it's really fun. But to be honest, my favorite drink is just tequila.
Just straight.
or that Gibson martini. If I'm going to make a cocktail, I'll probably have something that's very lean and very clean.
Where can we find that new recipe that you're putting out?
So that's a really good question. You can actually go to my Instagram, which is Rage Green Cocktails. That's it. It's like all one word, Rage Green Cocktails, and that's where I'm going to be posting all of my elixirs. I'm posting 12 in the month of January. I'm building a cocktail book right now.
Cool.
Hey.
Yeah. So that should be coming out later this year, I think.
So Rachel, where in Charlotte are you?
So I'm actually in South Charlotte, in between Pineville and Matthews.
Cool. I'm originally from Concord. Used to live in Cotswold. So.
Oh yeah, that's super close. I moved here about a year ago, so I'm still slowly finding my way around because there's been no urge to leave the house this year.
Right. There's some great bars. Whiskey Warehouse is great. Bunch of places there's plenty of places you can just trip over. You'll be once it's all over, you'll find some good spots down there.
Yeah, I know a good amount of the bartenders in this city just through osmosis of being in the industry. So I've gone to support a couple of them, but I still haven't branched out super heavily.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Blair, is there anything else I can do for you, my dear?
Not that I can think of.
Awesome. Well, if you guys would like, I can feel free to leave you guys the room for as long as you'd like, and I'll turn off my camera. If you want, Blair, I'll actually make you a host so that when I sign off, you can actually take control of the room.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much. This was really great.
Thank you.
It is absolutely a pleasure. And Blair, so let's do one last cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And Blair, I'll be sending you the recording as long I'll try to get some of the screenshots together of the cheers and the shakes so that I can send you guys those as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Cheers.
Bye. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And that hot toddy was.
I think I'll be drinking that a bit.
What?
The apple drink.
That hot toddy was so good.
So good.
I like to dunk my apple in it and then
eat it. Oh yeah, that's good. Good plan.
Let it get all boozy first.
Soak it in there. I'm gonna try that. Get it boozy. The apple.
Hi, y'all.
He's going to pick up Rainbow.
Paula Inscore. I know you make a lot of hot toddies. How did this one compare?
Said you make a lot of hot.
You're on mute.
How does this compare?
Yeah, unmute yourself.
Maybe I can unmute her.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
There you go.
I was trying to follow the directions. I think I did okay with the hot toddy. The other one I accidentally made wrong and then had to start all over. So I was really behind, but I think I did okay. I made it with
happen
whiskey
after your
first.
second or third.
Yeah, so I made it with whiskey first, and so I have like a whiskey one that I can give to Chris later. And then I was like, shoot, and then yeah. So I've just been alternating, but yeah. But yeah, I got really behind on the tequila one. So I may have missed something on ratios with that one. So I'm gonna have to try it again. I was like trying to like read like what to do on the stage because I just missed it entirely. So
Did she
I
say
felt the same way, Paula, because Mark was like tripling the liquor, and I was just like,
yeah, she went really fast. But she was very interested. It was very interesting. But I am not a quick ratio math person. You know, I mean, equal parts. I don't know, equal parts. That's hard.